Imagine carrying the weight of a legend on your back while fighting for your football life. At Bucks camp, a famous last name is facing brutal questions. The quarterback room is in chaos, and an injury to the face of the franchise is shaking everything. This isn't just training camp. This is survival, and it could change the Buccaneers' entire season before it even starts. What's up, Bucks fans? Get ready, because this training camp isn't just about football. It's about pressure, legacy, and a fight for identity. And the drama is exploding at Advent Health Training Center. Right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are dealing with three wild stories at the same time. A rookie with a legendary last name is fighting to prove he belongs. The quarterback room is spiraling into uncertainty, and the franchise's biggest star is battling an injury that could shake the entire season before Week 1 even kicks off. This isn't a normal camp update. This is about family, identity, pressure, and the kind of chaos that could either build a champion or break a team apart. Let's start with the most emotional story of them all, a young safety trying to break into the league, not just as a player, but as a son. He's been chasing his dream through three college programs: South Carolina, Jackson State, and Colorado. Every move, every snap, every headline, all watched under the enormous shadow of his Hall of Fame father. We're talking about Shilo Sanders, the son of the legendary Deion Sanders. And now, he's here in Tampa Bay trying to prove he's not just a name. He's a player who deserves this shot. His stats at Colorado: solid 137 tackles, 5 forced fumbles, 3 recoveries. But nothing mind-blowing. He's not here because of the numbers. He's here because of raw potential. And that's exactly what Todd Bowles is betting on. Bowles isn't looking at the last name. He's watching how Shilo studies the game, how he reads plays, how he competes with fire. And that matters. Because for once, Shilo is getting a real chance, not just to wear the jersey, but to earn it. But the pressure, it's insane. When Deion Sanders, one of the greatest players in NFL history, shows up to watch his son at practice, all eyes lock in. Cameras everywhere. Expectations sky high. It's like trying to learn how to swim with the entire stadium watching and your last name stitched in gold on your back. Yet through all of it, Shilo keeps showing up, focused, quiet, determined. This is his moment to show that he belongs, not because of his bloodline, but because of his grind. And that's only one piece of the chaos. If you're riding with Shilo Sanders and rooting for him to earn a spot on this team, drop a in the comments right now. And let me know, do you believe he deserves to make the final roster? Rate your confidence in him from 1 to 10. The Buccaneers are entering a storm, and we've only just begun. Deion Sanders didn't come to Tampa as a Hall of Famer. He came as a father. And that one simple visit, Deion quietly watching practice from the sidelines, spoke volumes about what this journey means for his son, Shilo Sanders. Todd Bowles made it clear. This wasn't about primetime showing off. This was just a dad supporting his son. And that, right there, is exactly what Shilo needs. Because for his entire life, he hasn't just been a football player, he's been Dion's son. And that kind of spotlight, it burns hot. Shilo's road to the NFL hasn't been easy. He didn't come in as a first-round pick. He wasn't handed anything. He went undrafted and had to fight for a camp invite. But still, he showed up, still chasing the dream. From South Carolina to Jackson State to Colorado, he followed his father, but also carved his own path. He's not flashy like Deion. He's gritty, physical. He fights in the trenches. And now, in Tampa Bay, there's a real shot. With Alwan Winfield Jr. and Tiki Smith likely starting, there's a lane open at safety. Shilo just has to hit it. But before we could even settle into that legacy story, chaos struck the quarterback room. Quarterbacks are supposed to be the bedrock of stability, the calm in the storm. But in Tampa Bay, that calm just got rocked. It started with one injury, then another. Suddenly, the Bucks weren't just missing depth, they were missing bodies. Down to 2 healthy quarterbacks in training camp, the whole system was at risk. You can't install a full offense with just 2 arms. You can't get reps for every unit. You can't simulate real game flow. And the worst part? One of the injured quarterbacks was someone Tampa believed in, a guy they'd scouted, tried to draft, and finally brought in to develop behind Baker. Now, he's out indefinitely. And that's not just a depth problem, that's a development crisis. Todd Bowles doesn't do panic. So when he openly admits they're searching for a veteran QB, you know things are serious. This isn't coach speak. This is survival. Free agent names are flying around. Carson Wentz, Tyler Huntley, Teddy Bridgewater, all have experience. All are still unsigned, but every one of them is a risk. Because if they were sure things, they'd already be on someone's roster. Sometimes, though, desperation becomes opportunity. And that's the theme running through Tampa Bay right now. A sun trying to step out of a shadow, a quarterback room on the brink, and a franchise doing everything it can to keep the ship afloat. Hit that like button if you're still riding with this team through thick and thin. Drop your pick. Should the Bucs sign a veteran QB now or trust the guys in the building? Let's hear it. Buccaneer Nation. This is what makes the NFL so brutal. One minor injury can change everything. Connor Bazelak wasn't supposed to be in the spotlight. He was just the backup's backup. But now, he's running the second-team offense. He's taking on a role he never expected. And suddenly, every throw he makes matters. Every rep is an audition. Because Baker Mayfield, the heartbeat of the Buccaneers, is hurt. That's the reality. It's not a major injury. It's a contusion on his throwing hand. But even a bruise on the wrong hand, at the wrong time, is enough to rattle an entire building. Mayfield smacked his hand on a defender's shoulder pad during a throw, a routine play in practice. But the pain, the swelling, the uncertainty, it flipped Tampa's camp upside down. Think about it. Mayfield is the Iron Man of this team. Since arriving in Tampa, he's been the Rock, never missing a game, always suiting up, always competing. And just when everything was starting to click, coming off a career year with personal bests in passing yards, touchdowns, and accuracy, this happens. Now the coaching staff is in scramble mode. They're splitting reps between Bazelak and Kyle Trask. They're even considering bringing in someone off the street. Carson Wentz? Teddy Bridgewater? Who knows? The fact that those names are being discussed shows just how serious this is, even if Mayfield is only day-to-day. This isn't just about losing a QB for a few practices. This is about the ripple effect. When your franchise guy goes down, even for a moment, the rhythm breaks. Confidence drops, the offense stalls, installations get delayed, the whole machine slows down. And it's a reminder for every Bucs fan out there, we're only as strong as Mayfield's right hand. Because this team's dreams of another playoff run, they ride on that arm. Let's hope this is just a scare, because without Baker, everything changes. If you're pulling for Mayfield to bounce back fast, hit that like button and show him some love. Let's rally behind our guy. Baker Mayfield's toughness is legendary in Tampa Bay. He's been the Rock, always available, always dependable. But now, even the smallest injury has everyone holding their breath. It happens so fast. A simple follow-through, a routine throw. Then bam, his hand hits a shoulder pad. Just like that, a minor hand contusion sends shockwaves across the entire organization. And that's the brutal truth of football. It doesn't wait. It doesn't care. Injuries can strike anywhere, anytime, even during practice. But this is no ordinary quarterback. This is Baker Mayfield, the leader, the face of the franchise, the heartbeat of the Bucs' offense. So even if the injury sounds small, when it's his throwing hand, that changes everything. And the front office, they're not standing still. They're already searching for more quarterbacks to carry the camp reps. Not because they've lost faith, but because they know they can't afford to take chances. They're protecting their most valuable piece on the board. This isn't just about protecting Baker. This is about surviving the chaos of training camp. Because right now, Tampa Bay is being tested from all angles. Shilo Sanders is grinding every day to prove he's more than just Diane's son. He's fighting to earn a name for himself. Connor Bazelak? He was just a backup. Now he's in the spotlight, running the offense, getting a chance he never expected. The pressure on his shoulders is massive, and this might be his one shot. Then there's Mayfield, fighting through pain, knowing that everything, the team's hopes, the fans' belief, the coach's confidence, all of it hinges on his ability to stay healthy and lead. This is what makes NFL training camps unreal. It's not just drills and playbooks. It's survival, it's depth, it's preparation, it's legacy. In Tampa Bay, nothing comes easy. Not the spotlight, not the opportunity, not the respect. But that's exactly what makes it worth fighting for. Buccaneers fans, how confident are you right now? From Shilo's rise to Baker's injury to Bazelak's big shot. Rate your confidence in this team on a scale of 1 to 10 in the comments below. And tell me, who steps up first? Let's talk Bucs football. Fire the cannons. Let's ride.